Welcome to King Lizard's Game Lounge and Forza Motorsport 7. This one's an achievement hunter's guide for the survival of the fastest achievement within Forza Motorsport 7. It's worth 50G this one, and it requires us to race the showcase for Spa-Francorchamps 100 with an extra long race length enabled. Now, you can find this showcase within the Breakout Championship within Forza Motorsport 7's Drivers' Cup, and the key things are going into the assists at the beginning of setting up the race and changing that race length to extra long. Don't forget to do that, otherwise you're going to waste a lot of time. Before you start the race, I do recommend you verify the event laps. They need to be 69 laps in order for you to do this achievement, the extra long distance achievement. Now, I'm doing this at Pro AI, so I've put together a few clips just to show you my experience of this race. It was a pretty tough race for me. Obviously, I've got my severe sleep apnea. If you've not watched the channel before, that's basically a condition I have where I only get 14 minutes of actual sleep for every 7 hours I have my eyes closed, if you like. So it makes these kinds of things very, very tough for me. This is quite a brutal thing for me to do for the channel, but I wanted to get it done, show that it was possible, and also show you guys a little bit of my race experience along the way. Now, because this is a showcase, you do not get a choice of which vehicle you can drive. You, at standard, have an R814 spec number 3 Chevrolet C7.R. This is a vehicle that's been in the Forza Motorsport series for a long time, at least far back as Forza Motorsport 3 from my memory. However, this car out of the box with traction control and stability management off can be a bit of a handful in Forza Motorsport 7. The back end tends to drift out a little bit, tends to slide a lot. So as I'm doing this in Pro AI, I decided that it'd be enough for me to fight my sleep condition, and that it'd be more in my interest to actually turn on traction control and stability management. So I'm running with those options on. I am, however, still driving manual. Now, this circuit for Spa-Francorchamps is 4.35 miles a lap. In this case, we're actually doing 69 laps of this circuit, and that will equal 300 plus miles of driving. So this is an absolute mammoth task to undertake, so definitely make sure you've got at least 3 hours spare before you take this on. You do have the opportunity, obviously, of pausing it and coming back to it later on, so you don't have to do it in one complete sitting. Like me, I did have to stop a couple of times because I needed to sleep. It was just too much for me to do this in one sitting, but I did do it in a couple of sittings with some scary moments in between, as you'll see at the end of the race. One important final fact is that you must be in at least 3rd place at the end of this event in order to get the achievement, so be sure that you don't make this task too difficult by setting too high an AI difficulty for you to complete the objective of getting 3rd place. Enjoy the highlights that I've put together here. I'll be back on and off during the course of the video just to explain the odd event, but most especially at the end of the video to sum up. So after lap of loneliness, I finally come across another vehicle on the lap, a back marker at lap 27. Since lap 50 I had been falling asleep at the wheel and having near accidents. At lap 58 the inevitable occurred and I hit that crash barrier. So after some seriously shaky laps, I finally get to lap 69, 2 hours and 48 minutes into this grueling event, and I'm greeted with a back marker just to keep me that extra bit alert for the final lap. So this was the fourth back marker I overtook during my Pro AI experience on Spa-Francorchamps 69 laps, and those guys, they're driving pretty tough, to be honest. So they're quite a challenge. Although I stayed out in front for quite a way, I've probably got a lap and a bit on these guys, I'd imagine, but they're still pretty tough going. And if you have an accident, obviously they can build up a lot of time on you quite quickly. So be careful choosing your AI difficulty, as I said earlier. If I'd gone in unbeatable as I'd meant to on this race, I'm pretty certain I wouldn't have gotten first place until around lap 20 at least, because they're pretty tough going. And then obviously, accidents aside, you can fall behind pretty quickly if you have an accident, and the unbeatable AI generally are quite close to you. So there you go, there's that 50G gamer score. Very nice indeed. Now, the other benefit of doing this race is actually that you do build up a lot of in-game credits and rewards. And after actually doing this race on Pro AI difficulty with some of the assists turned off and manual gearing, I actually managed to reel in 672,000 credits. Now, on top of that, I leveled up 8 times, nearly 9 times. But for every level up you get 20k, that's an additional 160,000. However, on top of that you could choose the 50,000 credits rewards on every level up. That would give you an additional 400,000 credits. In total I could have earned 1,097,600 credits after doing this event. However, I did instead choose a number of different outfits, cars and vice versa. So there's a good potential here to earn some serious money within the game in order to get those upgrades that you need, or some additional vehicles for your garage. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this guide and video, including my highlights of the race and the experience that I had during this rather grueling event. Please be kind enough to like the video maybe if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Thanks again for watching. Take care, keep well, and come back soon.